Yo, what's up? What's up? This your guy Ray Hama, one versus a million. We are back at it. Yes. Okay, to finish this up, right? We're gonna start off with episode three, right? So I'm gonna do that over again because yeah, I was kind of in and out. Your boy was a little tired. And yes, donate if you will, please. Hit the Cash App, Ray Hama. Hit the Cash App. Your boy, your boy's also is doing a little donation thing, you know what I mean? So like $150 donation towards the I'll say new new car starter fund. We'll call it that. So yeah. Appreciate it if you will. Thank you guys. Thank you, brothers. Appreciate it. And yeah, we're gonna also continually thank our brother, Roastmaster One, War General. Appreciate you, bro. Yes. And for you, bro, because I took time in editing this and everything with me being a beginning little editor and hearing other brothers, edit stuff. So yeah. And thank you. So thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Always love you, bro. So so yeah, I got this for you right here.
ただの無造に天がざわつく許しがたいことだ。天の恐れる者はただ一人。ここに集う虫けらどもをバラバラにして、それを今一度指し示してやろうぞ。
シュン、さすがにお前もおっかねえか、シュン。でもそこに向かっていくのがいつもの俺たちだろ。大丈夫だ。今のお前にはこの俺と大将軍の盾がついてる。だから前へ進め。あのデカ馬を倒した。でも真の馬なんであんなことを。
おそらく宝剣を馬上から落とすためだ。馬上での戦いではあの大矛と剣の場合の差は真殿にとてつもなく不利に働く。だから馬は
すまねえな、シュン。
行けシュン。
しまっ、あばらを。
今すぐその魂ごと真っ二つにして王騎のもとへ送ってやる。
単価を切ったはいいとして、もともとボロボロだったところにさっきの一撃、余力はマジでほとんど残ってねえ。さっきの食らえば次はもう間違いなく立てねえ。かといって今あの速さの一撃をかわせるはずもねえ。だったらやることは一つだけだ。
前に
こやつここを狙って身の程何。
剣を弾き飛ばした。まだかよ、逃がすか。マジか。
Thank you, brother. Roastmaster One, yes, sir, that was for you, bro. And yes, we have more edits to come. And yes, without further ado, let's get into this. I'm still kind of geek. Yes, yeah, I really want to get into this because I like I just like it. Okay, there's certain things in there that I was like, okay, yeah, but for the most part, yeah, I dig this whole season more so than from other shows. Especially with this Superman and Lois, which we shall be covering, but not as in detail, but just hitting on just certain areas. Making it more of a quicker live stream because definitely so. As it's earned it because of what I've seen in the last two episodes of it. So yeah, but back to House of the Dragon. Okay, um, yeah. So we're gonna start on episode 3. All right. Yes, yes. And the beginning of this episode started out with these two houses in the Riverlands, House Bracken and House Blackwood, in which they've, been fighting for generations and stuff. So yeah, and this scene, start out with these two, arguing uh, basically over property, that belongs to theirs or whatever. And so it kicked off where they, had this big battle, and then the next scene it went to showing where you see there's a whole field. I'm like, man, all those dead bodies. I'm like, man, it's probably over something real petty. So, so yeah, okay. After that, next scene, Rhaenyra and her son, you know, they watch Elric and his brother be buried next to each other, because you know, I said it was born together, because they're twins, you know what I mean? So I'm like, well, he was born together and die together, that kind of code. Respected, even though he was fighting for a whole nother side. The wrong side, I would say. But yeah, and this is at this time where Renee's Princess Rhaenys is talking to Rhaenyra, giving her some counsel and helping her, to see the whole picture clearly, of how things started, with their feuds and stuff like that, their what what Aemon did to to Baela, and Ray and Rhea, yeah, Rhea or Rhaena, no Rhaena, yeah, it's Rhaena and Baela, yeah, when they had their fight, I was like, oh man, that was something else. Yeah, and that little bastard, he stole the biggest dragon too, well, the second biggest dragon, as we found out in this season, you know. So, but yeah, and um, telling her, hey, that she should, talk it out with her with Allison, and see where it goes, because you can tell, looking at Rhaenyra, even though like after that happened to her son, that she still like wants to see vengeance and claim her throne and all, but you can tell within her that she wants to see that she desires to see this war come to an end. So, um, so yeah, so basically that's all what Renice is doing is just saying, hey, talk to her, hey, don't just look at, what she did, on her side, but look at also your side too as well of what your family has done. I mean, on your side. I mean, they're all family, of course, but it's her side of family. So yeah, and Otto, as we know, he's setting it up for he set it up for Rhaenyra to take the blame for what happened to her son. So yeah, so at the council, Aegon tells Christian Cole, right? He tells Christian Cole that he replaced the knights. Not Aegon, Aemon. Yeah, tells Christian Cole that he replaced the knights that they lost. So, which is uh, Sir Eric's brother. Yep, he's one of them. So yeah, and Allison, they go back and forth. Um, they go back and forth a bit. Her and Cole and the council because she's looking at it like this: that hey, her voice is basically not being heard. The men are talking around her and all that stuff. I'm like, well, of course, you're out of place. Why are you there? Why are you there? Not saying that she doesn't provide like some words of reasoning to the degree, but still, you know, um, and it was funny because Cole was coming back or talking back at her. It was like, hey, well, Sir Eric failed, so you know that was his response to Allison when she said, your plan was rash, which it was. It was very rash. Kristen, Kristen said he doesn't want to wait for the world, but to come to him. He said he's ready to go up. He's ready to go for them. So he they agreed, So they set it up for him to go off to basically to work his way to go to Damon because Damon he's in Harrenhal. So let me see. I'm gonna play this a little bit because this is what I feel like hearing. Yeah, so dig it, right? Let's go. I'm like, okay, because I mean, hey, I'm just geeked, to talk about this, man. So yeah, because this is just yeah, and amongst other shows too as well. So yeah, so going from there right into the next scene, you know, they well yeah they agreed, they would go, and convert other houses to their cause. So um, that was their plan, convert some houses, and then Kristen, he's going to aim to uh, use those houses to attack Harrenhal, which is where Damon's at. So, so yeah. But Aegon wanted to go though. He wanted to go. He wanted to get into it. You know, what I mean, get his revenge and all that because he's super emotional right now. But everybody in the council they agreed for him to stay back, which is wise at this point. Because he's grieving. He's not going to be thinking clearly, of course. So. Yeah. So and the next thing we have the White Worm Tales of Rhaenyra. Yeah, she wants a place in her court, as a reward for saving her life. Yep, and then she can offer knowledge to her. Basically, knowledge, the Red Keep, know what's going on, in King's Landing. And I'm like, yeah, she does. She do sound like she got some words of some of clarity, but mixed with a little treachery too as well. So, and yeah, but she also, she also has a desire, wanting to punish the High Towers. So it's no reason why she wants to get in with Rhaenyra, so she can have that kind of power on her side while she does it. Yep, next scene. Yep, and so I'm like, okay, that's cool. All right. Next thing we have a wow, yeah. Oh yeah, I just want to mention, yeah, there was two dragons flying around and playing with each other and shit. So yeah, that was cool. I like seeing that, man. I always like seeing the dragons. Always. I think there's like what 9 to 10 different dragons or so. So yeah, and this is me covering my notes. So yeah, let's go. All right. Yeah. So yeah, she tells her that sea smoke, because she asks like, hey, why are the what's wrong with the dragons? She's like, yeah, they're sea smoke seems lonely. I thought that was kind of worth taking note of because I'm like, huh. So she sensed that. So do Mysaria have, I don't know, some kind of like little special connection with Mysaria the White Worm? Does she have some kind of small connection with the dragons or something like that? I don't know, to detect their emotional conditions. I don't know. So, but yeah. So I mean, I thought that was worth noting down. Um, yeah, and so yeah, the next thing we have Rhaenyra. She taxed Rhaena, right, grandchild of Corlys. She taxed Rhaena, to take her 2 young sons and her boy and her baby dragon to her cousin, Lady Jane Arryn. Who would take the dragon in exchange, basically for an army. So this is all for an agreement, so she can get her army, to fight for Rhaenyra's, under Rhaenyra's banner. But I'm like, calm down, man. And yeah, I mean, I one dragon is enough, like for an whole army. Come on, man. Like way more than enough. But she had to give her like I think baby dragon and 4 eggs, man. 4 eggs, so that's like what a total 5 dragons. And as you see too, yeah, she wasn't impressed at all because she wanted like some kind of like mid-grown dragon, whatever that can do some damage, and be tamed. Like no, like ugh. Anyway, yeah, but going on, I noticed too that the Raina was jealous of her sister Bela because she has a dragon, one, and two. Um, she's being used by Queen Rhaenyra, to take part in the fighting. So therefore, that leaves her envious and coveting and having that strong desire of wanting the dragon so bad. That's all that she can think about. Instead of looking at, the task at hand or what the queen, set out for her to do, which is of more great importance. That was your role that she could have took joy in. You know what I mean? So what? I'm to think that she's thinking that she can go hurry up and claim a dragon and and come back and be around the kids, and stay with the kids to protect the children. Because, Rhaenyra, she wants them protected, and far away from the war, from the battle. So, yeah, man, I'm like, damn it, that jealousy, man. Yeah, so look at the next thing. Yeah, Damon arrives at Harrenhal. Castle looks super creepy, super eerie to me. I'm like, oh man, they did a splendid job with creating that Castle Harrenhal to look like it did, dark and maybe a little barren or whatever, even though there were still servants there and all that. And so, because of the fire that happened by way of Lord Larys. That was last season, first season. So yeah. Yeah, Damon. So he meets Sir Simon, and Sir Simon Strong, Castellan of Harrenhal, and there, sure, Damon, he offered Damon some food, but Damon fears some poison. That he's gonna poison him. Yeah, Damon asked Sir Simon, about his loyalty to Lord Larys Strong, who's currently with Team Aegon and Alicent, the Hightowers. Man, Sir Simon Strong, Sir Simon, he said, "Shit, hey, he's like, we don't give a damn about that dude. He's gone. We disown. He's no lord of us. We don't recognize him as a lord." So yeah, because he believes that Lord Larys killed, his father. His father and brother. So, by way of fire. So, in this episode is going to show where, Damon, he wants to convert armies, of Blackwood, to his, to Rhaenyra's army. In which, first, he goes for trying to prove himself, but also at the same time improving himself, proving that he can amass an army to be on his side, thus therefore giving him a chance to maybe be looked at as, he definitely wanted to be looked at as king, as the top ruler over Rhaenyra. But Rhaenyra, being by his side though, second in command. Which is fitting, how it should be. So yes, and thank you all to showed up. Appreciate you all. Thank you. I will shout you out at the end of this. To all those that appeared in the chat, appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Don't forget to hit the like button, like, share, subscribe. We're going at it. We are in episode 3 of House of the Dragon. We are in episode 3. Let me see if I can put up create a little do this here. See if it'll work. See if it'll work. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right, that's cool. All right. So yeah. So yeah, man, I was like, okay. It's fitting, it's how it should be, I mean, hey, but then again, if Damon was to take the throne and be looked at, in a position as normally, as it's traditionally has been, as the man being the head, not the woman. Can we say that he will be what they call that one king, the Mad King? Do some nefarious and all kind of wicked stuff, just rule all wickedly. Because yeah, I ain't gonna put shit past them. So, but yeah, I would say shit. Another male figure needs to be, as a ruler, not a woman. You know what I mean? That's real talk. So, but anyway, in regards to the show, right? Back to the show. Yeah, Allison. She introduces her brother, Sir Gawain. We see in this scene to to Sir Kristen Cole, and he he came up to him. They all postured up. I mean, as a man. With their chest out. Chin up. He was like, "Oh, well, glad to see the new Lord Hand, huh? The man who got my grandson, no, he's not his granddad. His father. What do you say? His grandson? No, I'm gonna say granddad, but nah, his father. I forgot how he said that. But yeah, his father removed from the hands position after he done served 2-3 kings faithfully. It was like, oh well, you were sitting on, very high, huh? To be a lowborn. Oh shit, just taking little slick jabs at him though. Hey, I feel that though. That's to the right though. I mean, because it wasn't that he demanded it. I mean, it was given to him by his nephew, who wouldn't see reason, but just want to do things from all, uncontrolled emotional impulses. So, but yeah, they're going to end up banding up, and going around and convert houses and stuff. So yeah, as you'll see in this all throughout the season. So I was like, oh man, that's something else. We're having this Lord. Yeah. When they're in next scene, conducted accounts of her own. at the council, one of the members spoke against her plan, to gather more men and armies, because they was always ready to attack. Like, let's go right now. Hey, you got these dragons, blah blah. So, let's go and take them. So they don't want to think clearly or express any good battle tactics. You know what I mean? So she's being shown to express the more clear, be more level-headed battle tactics, which is to look at, okay, of trying to win the war with not just dragons, but with men as well. So, and but they be scoffing her and all that, just basically want to undermine her. And she also at the council believes, as another woman, along with Allison, believing that, okay, the men they don't talk to her, they talk around her. I'm like, of course it's gonna happen. Yes, because you're out of your place. You're a woman. You're in the hall of men. Even though right now, like, yeah, you supposed to be, she's the 1A that they're supposed to be, serving that they sworn to. So, they must follow. Therefore, it would be best for them there with that to take heed to her words, and wanting to gather more troops and everything. And she's trying to wait on Daemon, believing that Daemon's bringing armies to her or whatever. But at first, Daemon, he's plotting to gather up armies for himself. So, like I said, so he can further looked at as, king above Rhaenyra, with Rhaenyra being servant at his side. So, yeah, they want to attack Aegon. So yeah, they're ready to get him. Yeah, so the councilman suggested that she go hide somewhere safe. It was like, oh, well, maybe you should go just hide somewhere, safe, just away from these matters. Basically, just let the man handle it, okay? Let us men take care of this. All right. Yeah. It was like, we don't undermine, we don't want to discredit, or, toss aside, basically, your words of wisdom, what I mean? Or, your knowledge and stuff, of course, what I mean? The credit. But he said he believes that, hey, it is more fitting, it's time for a man to fill this position. To lead. Because with men, only with men can be shown that can bring that strength, that morale to the army. Only man. Let me show you here. Let me show you here. Let's see here. Another example. Right. Like, you can't get this morale, this strong desire, man, just wanting to do like 100 push-ups. You hear me? You hear me? 100 push-ups. You hear me? Nothing like this. You can't get this from no woman, not even Wonder Woman herself.
見えたぞ。十分だ。待たせたな、貴様ら。だがその沈黙も全て今この時のためと知れ。
モーブです。最後の5000を率いて正面より向かってきます。
もしその5000でこの官名本陣1万を破る武の保証があるのなら、巨峰大騎兵団5000を出せ。向こうも騎馬隊よ。全員モーブ様並みの巨体だと。モーブよ、この策は後戻りが効かぬ。4万全軍を使い切って何が何でもこの一撃で観念。
And That's why Sir Alfred told Rhaenyra that, okay? That's why he told her, maybe, ma'am, you should, maybe my lady, you should, my queen, you should be, some go hide somewhere safe. Maybe that's why you should go hide somewhere safe. Right. But the thing is, though, I mean, I'm all for that and everything else, y'all. But the thing is, dig this, y'all. She has a dragon. Okay? She has a dragon. And so, yeah. She needs to, they need to position her in a matter of battle tactics. They need to position her to be the second to last defense. You know what I mean? So, but well, yeah, but anyway, all right. But yeah, I thought that was kind of funny though when I heard that. I was like, oh shit. I'm like, okay. I was cooking too during this time. Yeah. But yeah, but she ends up telling them, hey, because they was conducting, a council, without her knowledge. And this one, yeah, so she said, hey, if y'all would have went further, I would have counted this as treason. I'm like, oh shit, okay. And but it's right because Princess Rhaenys was there, the queen who never was. She reminds the council, basically, to check them, on their attitudes and shit. She was like, hey, straighten them out. She tells them this. She said, your queen wears the crown of my grandsire, Jaehaerys the Castellier, a prudent ruler, the wisest of Targaryen kings, whose reign outlasted every other, even Aegon the Conqueror's. I was like, ooh, okay. I'm like, oh shit, hey. I'm like, shit, guess she told y'all, shit. But she needs to consider this too because she's also, was one that rather sees a woman rule than man. So yeah, so she's on the little feminist side herself. Although to me, for the things, from these 2 seasons, that she respects and loves her husband, Corlys. So with that, hey, she gets great points in my book. Salute to her. So salute to her for that. But oh yeah. Okay. There's certain notes I took down I don't want to cover it in some that I do. So yeah. So the next scene, she has a talk with Rhaenys has a talk with Corlys. Tell him that it's time, that they it's their time that they name an heir for their throne. For the Driftmark throne, for the Driftmark wooded throne. Yeah, it is wooded. Yeah. So yeah, it is a wooden throne. Yeah. That's not a little one. So yeah, and it was talking about naming one of them. Whether name Rhaena or Joffrey the heir to Driftmark. Either one of those two, Rhaena or Joffrey. she wanted him to name one of them there, but he's showing that where he's a little impatient. You know what I mean? Not impatient, but uh, just too reluctant right now. At the point right now to make uh, a great decision on who he wants to choose to be heir. So he says, hey, just put it off for later, kind of thing. So she's about to get ready, to fight for Rhaenyra here pretty soon. So he wants to hold off till later before he names the heir. So yeah, very good. So next thing, Rhaenyra sends off Rhaena to go to her cousin Lady Jane, like we talked about earlier. So yeah, so that's done. And Rhaenyra reminds Rhaena to have her cousin Lady Jane to remember their house. Their house made a pledge to her. So she tells her, remind her of that while giving her these gifts. But I'm gonna just say right now, ahead of time, damn, before we even get there yet, this bitch is ungrateful. Yeah, she's ungrateful. It's just not enough for her because she wants that one dragon that can defend her. I'm like, you just selfish, ungrateful ass heifer. Are you serious? Yeah, so yeah. So she tells her, hey, remind her, of their house's pledge to us, to come to our time of need, because this is very urgent. Yeah, it is. She needs a mass them real quick. So yeah, but Rhaena, she's pissed, that she has to go on this mission and be involved, because she wants to be involved in the war, so yeah, like I said, she's jealous and all that, envious of her sister. Baylor, her sister, she's not, rubbing her face and all that, so she's coming to her, telling her, hey, sis, just look at the big picture, look at it, hey, that you are doing your part, in this war, because in a war, it is more than just one part. And when it comes to fighting and all that, just fighting straight up, there's a whole bunch of different functions to it. All other important functions. And yours is a great one, which is guarding the future, and making sure that this agreement and everything, is remains ironclad between her and her cousin. So, yeah, so her sister, hey, she just gives her clarity, importance, so she sends her off with a warm embrace. Next thing, the young queen, Helena, tells Alicent she feels sad about her son. But she believes she shouldn't be sad for her children, for if she lost a child or whatever, since she lost, her son. I think his name was Jaehaerys. Yeah, Aegon's son, I think his name was Jaehaerys. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure of that. So yeah, we have Jaehaerys. And I'm looking at this like, what? Are you serious? I'm like, you shouldn't be sad for your son. I'm like, what the? I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, yeah, they had to put that shit in there. Hell, that's probably in the book too as well. Who knows? Yeah, because let's believe at the end of this, we're gonna show some videos from some other from another channel. You know, this has a great, you know, decent following. So uh, they give pretty good, decent detail of, you know, in the breakdown of different episodes and characters and all that stuff. And they kind of broke it down for me too, you know, and it helped me to get a grasp on a better understanding of Helena. So, because during this, I was like, what the hell is wrong with you? Right? You know? So, yeah. But Allison, you know, she kind of, you know, I don't want to say check her, but she tells her, you know, hey, said sadness is a condition of motherhood, but I wouldn't say that really. But for when you should look at motherhood as something, you know, to be joyful for, you know, to be joyful in helping your man, your Lord husband. You should be joyful and happy to help your Lord husband in raising your children, doing your part, the nurturing part, bringing peace, to continually usher in your husband's corrections upon your children and the wisdom and guidance he gives. Because what flows through him must flow onto y'all, onto the wife, and onto the children. So, yeah, that shit, that kind of, I can't stand that kind of shit. But then, Helena responds, you know, saying, yeah, there's nothing to be gained from it. I'm like, oh man, this bitch kind of, what's wrong with this bitch, man? She's kind of wicked, man. Like wicked and just very eerie as hell. Like, man, she played her role very well. Very well. Like some actresses can play their roles so well, and they may look good to a great deal of people, man. But me, nah. I'm like, girl, nah, you played your role too well, too well. Nope, I can't mess with you. I wouldn't mess with it. But anyway, so yeah, and yeah, then you know, before the end of this scene, she tells Allison, Helena, she tells Allison that she forgives her, and Allison, you know, just looks at her bewildered, like either like a what the WTIF look or like oh my god look. So yeah, and yeah, next thing yeah, we see Aegon. He's suiting up for battle. Get ready, like I'm like, oh, man, what the hell you doing? You know, putting on the Aegon the Conqueror's armor. You know, ready to go out there. You know, as he says, you know, ready to go out and meet up with Sir Kristen. But while getting suited up, though, Lord Larys comes in and telling him of a couple of rumors that basically changed his mind on flying out to meet Sir Kristen. So yeah, boy, like you know, like sit your ass down, man. Think, you know, be wise. You know what I mean? Not trying to act off of impulses and shit, which is what we can give to Rhaenyra in this, right? We can tip the hat to Rhaenyra on this. that she didn't do like what a lot of us expected her to do, was just to go rampaging off like uh Daenerys Targaryen, like she did, at the end of Game of Thrones, the original series. Which case we could say this is original because this is the prequel. So yeah. Uh, but so you would think, hey, that he will be even more level-headed, but they just end up in this showing that him being the opposite side of Rhaenyra, showing that he's more of a weaker mind, and less composed and kept together than Rhaenyra. Because Rhaenyra, she's still pissed. You can see that fire in her, but it's all intact, like compact, like just all together in one, just willing to focus and apply. You can see her trying to apply her anger, her wrath, in a more strategic way. Because she has the dragon she has, and she could have just rolled off with what she had and just Dracarys, Dracarys. But she did it. She did it. She did it. She did it. But yeah. So, next scene, we have this man at the bar, tells his friends, that basically that his grandsire is King Jaehaerys. So basically, he's saying that he's a brother, to Prince Daemon. Yep, and he say he keeps a secret that he's the son of Balon the Brave, the bastard brother to Prince Daemon and the late King Viserys. Yep, so yeah, he's uncle to the one true queen, Rhaenyra Targaryen. Yeah, he says he's the rightful heir to the Iron Throne. Is his nephew, Prince Jaehaerys Velaryon. Jace. But yeah, but King Aegon comes in, we see in this bar, right? I'm like, okay, that's pretty decent. It's cool to know. But I'm interested to see how this goes. Okay. So, with this guy, who's supposed to be keeping this secret, that he has a connection to the crown. So, but we see Aegon comes in, getting drunk with his friends, with his knights, with his closest knights. Goes in a brothel. The thing is though, he finds Aemon laying naked with an older 304. Oh man, curled up, laying naked with an old 304 in his brothel. So he comes, he humiliates him too. Yeah, makes him feel really less than. So calls him to leave. He's like, hey, I have no connection to this chick. You can have her. Shoot. But they didn't want him. So, he just wanted to fuck with his brother. So, yeah, so he got all up in his emotions about that. So, yeah. But next thing, yeah, Sir Criston catches up with Sir Gawain and his men. We see him basically, chasing him down with his horse, because they're trying to ride to a tavern instead of, making camp outside in the woods, of which I don't blame Gawain on that one. But he Sir Kristen wants them to come to them, to the men, where they're choosing to make camp at, so they can basically he's just trying to take, better precautions. And lo and behold, in the midst of talking, something tells Sir Kristen to look up, and he sees the sky, and he's like, oh shit, we're out in the open. We're out in the open. He's like, yeah, man, we got to head for the trees. Let's go down. Let's head for the trees. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm like a dragon. All right, so they're fleeing from a dragon, heading to the trees. Oh, so which dragon is this? And it happened to be Bela on her dragon. It had to be little sis on her dragon. She was scouting and everything. Hell, she's on mission for Rhaenyra. So yeah, she flies and shit. And I see that, man. That was cool how this scene went. I was like, yeah, I like that. I was like, yeah, I like that. She dives down after noticing him. She was like, oh, okay, that's Sir Kristen, and some other man. Okay, she flies down, just dives right down to him. And this whole ordeal scares the hell out of Sir Gawain. Like that whole pretentious, uh elite posture, that he has, what I mean? Yeah, that was gone. That was gone after this. That was gone after that, man. They was flying down. I was like, ooh. I was like, I know she ain't gonna catch him, man. Yes, yeah, they ain't set up for that. Yeah. I was like, maybe I was expecting, for them to escape, but not without getting burnt a little bit. Shit. Hell, real talk now, I thought about it. As she was chasing after him, well, she was really close as she was coming down. She was flying towards him, and she was so close, like very low on the ground. And, right as it was coming into the trees, she pulled up. But right before she pulled up, Bela could have at least set off, Dracarys, a little bit, set off some flames in hopes of some flames catching them, burning, doing some damage to some of their men at least. Or basically, or setting fire to them as she was chasing them, right as they was going into the trees. So, either one of those two ways, that's one of the things I thought about. So, I'm like, oh shit. So yeah. Oh yeah, that was yeah, Gawain, he's shocked and scared. Thanks, Sir Kristen. You know, Sir Kristen, he was like, yeah, we gotta remain, under tree cover, we gotta walk under tree cover, we gotta go under tree cover at night. So, just to, stay hidden from the dragon. Yeah, because she was scouting them too. Yeah, she didn't just pull up and leave. Yeah, she was looking for a little bit Bela. Well, since she was like, I'm trying to get these motherfuckers. I'm trying to get these motherfuckers. Yeah, where they at? So after a while, she's like, okay, we'll pull it off. And decided, yeah, she could have stayed out there longer, but she made the wise choice to go back and report it to Rhaenyra. So, but yeah, but Sir Gawain, he was shy. Sir Kristen, he told him, he was like, we're gonna go under, in night cover. We're gonna go under these trees. That's how we're gonna get to make our way to Harrenhal. And he looked at Gawain, pissed off. He told him, and no effing taverns. I'm not gonna be pissed. He's pissed because he's like, hey man, if you would listen to him, and they went to where, back where the men were and shit, instead of him wandering off, to go look for a tavern and shit, they wouldn't have to go through that Now, yeah, that was something. I was like, whoo, boy. I'm like, y'all was close, boy. She almost had you. She almost had y'all, man. But yeah, let's go. Uh, yeah, let's go. Let's go. So yeah, no, he said no ends. It was taverns ends. Yeah, exactly. Uh, she came back to Renera. At the time, they had this council tell them, hey, that she saw Kristen and this man. You know, Rhaenyra gave Bayla a funny look when because Rhaenyra told her, right? She was like, look at her like, I thought I told you to, to stay out of sight. She was like, how do you know it's Kristen? She's like, I got a closer look. She's like, what? She's like, I know you didn't. Girl, I know you did not disobey my order. That kind of look. I was like, but Beta looked with her nose up in the air, like, oh shit. All those little snobbish, her little defiant look. Like, I would say that was a little cute defiant look. I'll give her that. That was a little cute defiant look. Oh man. Yeah. So in this council, uh, oh yeah, she told about Kristen and everything, and then the council was like, hey man, we need to. They really wanted to go and take the motherfucker out, but Rhaenyra, she wants to everybody to think clearly, and to do it strategically and not be all rash and shit. She's showing what she's trying to be very careful to not do anything rash, but everything precise, on point. So I was like, yeah, so really by all that, I'm really amazed. So because they are urging her to take action against Kristen, but she leaves their ass with no decision. You know, she ain't made no decision. So yeah, she left. So yeah, Damon, next scene wandering through the castle, haunted by visions or whatever the hell you call them. Because like this house was scared the hell out of anybody in their right mind. Like this castle bull, real talk. No matter how many Scooby snacks you give Scooby Doo, yeah, he will not remain in that or go near that castle. Damn it. So yeah, and man, it's just wild vision. So yeah, so he came up on a creepy tree, you know, and a witchy looking woman who tells him, that he's gonna die in this place. And she walks away, and I'm like, oh, damn you, eerie evil bitch. What? Okay. I'm like, oh, that was weird. Yeah. Uh, creepy, like dead looking tree, like a tree that looked like it belonged to Satan or something, or some kind of dark forest. I'm like, damn. So yeah, I would have been and left. But no, shit. Yeah, he remains. He's still there. Yeah, because going into the next scene, we have Rhaenyra. She asked the White Woman Sarah, for info, basically on how to get hold of Allison, unnoticed. Because she wants to see basically, she can, avert the war. Let me say properly, avert the war. But but sorry, tells Rhaenyra, where she could find Allison alone. I'm like, damn, this girl got now she got connections. So I'm thinking like, yeah, so Rhaenyra, that's it's kind of smart. You got her on your side, basically to help her see things clearly and make more more logical decisions. So yeah, so Rhaenyra managed to sneak into the Red Keep, as we see, you know, with a guard. She's sneaking there with a guard. Basically, she's not alone, and she manages to, she ends up seeing Queen Allison, the Queen Dowager Allison, going to this temple. She manages to get there into the temple. Okay, safe. No problem. And yeah, they had a little decent, interesting convo. Allison tells Rhaenyra, what her father told her before he died. You know, and that was that the princess was promised. The prince that was promised to unite the realm. But Rhaenyra tells Alicent that that's basically from an old tale that her father, Viserys, old King Viserys, told her back then, when she was young. The story about Aegon the Conqueror, the Song of Ice and Fire. And so, and that basically, and the acting in this scene was just, yeah, right on point too, because I'm looking, y'all, I'm like looking at these people's faces, their eyes, and everything to see if they are doing a good job or a shitty job with their acting. And I can tell you, it's like, man, when I looked into her eyes, I sit there, I'm like, okay, damn, that's when she realized, like, she's looking like, man, like, you can tell that she knows that that's the truth, that she feels it. I could see that she felt that was the truth of what Rhaenyra told her. That was from a song. So that Viserys just blurted out. What I mean, at the time, when she called him and giving his last breath. The Song of Ice and Fire. So yeah, but she's want to remain delusional and remain in denial of it. What I mean, even though that you can tell that she feels it. That's the truth. This whole thing being a great unfortunate misunderstanding, a great unfortunate misunderstanding. But uh, but yeah. But of course, yeah. So she tells Rhaenyra, hey, that she got to leave, before 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 anybody comes and notice her that she's there. Uh, but before she leaves, because she's trying to, Rhaenyra, she's trying to at this time, she's trying to avert the war. Like I said, she's trying to get her, hey, will you agree to this? Will you say, basically announce that this is right, and that you guys on your side were wrong, but she refused to believe it, and because she tells her, hey, it's too late. It's too late. So yeah, so we end with that episode. Next next episode. Thank you guys for coming through. We're about to dive into episode 4. We're about to dive into episode 4. Let me get this banner moved out. Change it. All right. Got that changed. Oh, I thought it saved. Okay. Oh, that's weird. Oh. Oh, okay, there we go. Getting used to that. All right. Yeah, let's dive. We're gonna go into episode 4 now. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Yes, sir. Ooh, let me pause this for the. No, which. Yeah, here we go. Woo! Episode 4. See, I don't know if it played clearly because it was a little stagnant on my end. Oh, StreamYard, why do you? Stop it. Okay, there we go. We got it. We're on episode 4, y'all. So, yeah, man. Oh, episode 4, man. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, what's up these visions and all you dig, but yeah. So let me take off, man, because I'm kind of hyped, man. I'm a little hot right now. So let me take off this hoodie, man. Oh Lord, gee, let me go. Yeah. Yeah. Who you with? All right. Now, yeah, and this, right, Damon, he had a vision. What were some of these damn visions, man? Like, this house, I mean, not this house, but this castle, damn it, is really messing with Damon. I'm like, are you serious? Woo. Boy, yeah, I couldn't do it, man. Oh Lord. But for the others though to be there, that's been there for the longest, Sir Simon, and the rest. It's like they're used to it. It's like they used to it. So maybe they have a way where they can keep some kind of balance or whatever from so keep it from the castle of Harrenhal to affect them like that, which we find out later on that it's cursed. So yeah, Uh, so yeah, so he had a vision where he sees a young Rhaenyra, and he wakes up after chopping her. Oh Lord, I'm like, man, just think about that mess with you, man. I'm like, boy, you can't be right after that, man. So yeah, so Sir Simon wakes up Damon, from his vision slash nightmare, of news of Sir Kristen taking over a few houses. So yeah, so he's on the move, Sir Kristen. You know, so and he's making his way to Harrenhal. So he tells him that, boom. So now he's aware, Damon's aware now, and yeah, but Sir Simon also tells him that that the grandson of Grover Tully, which is Oscar Tully. I may be getting one of those, switched around or whatever, but yeah. So yeah, and he's heir to River Run, and future Lord Paramount of the Riverlands. And yeah, Damon tells me this is. I'm like, damn, Damon. I'm like, Damon, boy, he cold, motherfucker, man. That motherfucker cold blooded, dude. Real talk. Cause he tells the boy, he's like, okay, all right. Do you have any kind of power, where you can make the decision to, let me use your army, for this cause, the cause of this war, this feud. He's like, no, my grandsire still lives, sir. Yeah, he's ill and all that, what I mean? But and he's trying to pull through and all that. But yeah, but he's still living. That he loves his grandsire. What I mean? Yeah, which is part of masculinity, on some manly shit. Young boy, he's coming up there. Yeah, he's getting wiser and wiser. He's getting older. Hell yeah. But but Damon, but Damon, but Damon tells the boy to delete to send his grandsire to the Shadow Realm. I'm like, what the hell? So he can get control, of the army and yeah, and bring him to his cause. So yeah, I'm like, oh hell no, man. Like, but I do understand the position of Damon as well. Looking at that side of the coin because he's on a time limit. Of how long he has to muster up this army. So yeah, the boy told him, hell no, I'm not gonna take out my grandsire. What the hell? I love my grandsire. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, sir? What is wrong with you? So yeah, next thing, Princess Rhaenys, came to the harbor to speak to Corlys. But she met Alan, his sailor, the man that pulled him out of the waters, which we end up learning too that basically is his son and his one of his bastard sons. And she this is kind of interesting, because she tells him, she's like she knows she tells Corlys that she knows that who he is, who Alan is, and I'm like, okay, so basically she's saying that she knows that he is his bastard son. So I'm like, it was kind of funny because she told Alan she was like she looked at him while looking at his face and touching his face. She was like, "Oh, I bet your mother was beautiful." I'm like, okay. Uh, always, white folks love our skin. They love the blackness. They love it. What what did he say? What Paul Mooney say? He said, everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga. But yeah, so yeah, Nicola shows up. Yeah, she tells him that hey, that she knows where Alan is, and but yeah, but she kind of checks him. Basically, how he's not or hasn't basically elevated. He hasn't elevated. Raised him up to a higher station. You know, making it known basically that they are his sons, Alan and his brother. Because she tells him, she's like, Alan's past is not his fault. I mean, she said Alan's past is no fault of his. He saved his Lord's life. He should be raised up and honored, not hidden beneath the tides. I'm like, "Whoo!" I'm like, yeah. That's what's up now. That's how, yeah, like, mm. spoken words spoken. Damn, hey, that's queen words right there. That was queen words right there. Real talk. When she told him, she was like, I know who he is. And I'm like, she's looking at him. She's like, you got him as just a ship, right? Where you should be help elevate him up to a higher level. What? Because she tells him, she's like, oh man, I gotta look at that part again. Yeah, yeah. Alan's past is no fault of his. He saved his Lord's life. He should be raised up and honored, not hidden beneath the tides. I'm like, yes. I'm like, man, yeah, that's real talk. That's real talk ratings. But yeah, but Corey said basically, he say, is this why you come to subject me to an inquisition? I'm like, no, you fool. Basically saying that, hey, there was no reason for you to be ashamed of the fact, damn it, that you have sons, man. But I didn't. Also, I did notice too, though, how they wrote it for him to be the black man. I did see that too. Don't think I didn't see that too. Yeah, that they written this, constructed this to show that that to further to show that their notion of belief that black men are the are the are the most of the be the negligent in their parenting. That the black man abandons their kids and shit, don't give a shit about their kids and all that shit. I was like, man, why you gotta, man? That's bullshit. But but yeah. So we got the next scene, yeah. That well, no, not the same scene, yeah. But next line, she tells Renice tells Corliss that she actually came to tell him that Bela called for her to come back to court, because of Renera and and her getting into back and forth with the council. because they're wanting to urge her, and pressuring her to go to war, But she's trying to be cautious and make sure that she has enough armies, gathered to her, to her side before she goes into war. Because, like she said, which is the wisest thing you can do, which is to look at it that you're going into it not with just dragons, but you want to win it with armies, army of men. So yeah. So yeah, she wants her to come back. She sent for her to come back to Dragonstone. Yep, and next thing we have Grandmaster delivers to Allison a bottle of some kind of like tea or something he brewed up or whatever, some specially brewed tea. She expressed okay, the tea is for some other woman, or whatever. But as we see, that the tea was actually for her because she ends up drinking the shit. I'm like, what's going on with you, bitch? Yeah. So Rhaenys is back at the council trying to govern it while the queen is away. The council desiring to take, they're desiring to take action. They was giving Rhaenys and Baela a hard time, especially Sir Alfred. Ah, he stood up. He stood up. He stood up from his chair with a stern voice too, a strong masculine voice too, stoic too. I'm like, hey, I can't say, damn it, Alfred, what the hell you doing? Like one of them cases, somebody doing something out of line, stupid, and in the order of things, yeah. I mean, when it comes to the world, they're higher ranked than him. Corlys and Princess Rhaenys. They're higher, ranked than Alfred, I would believe. But still, like, I still can't go against what Alfred did, though. Like, I can't, man, cause he got up, ah, he got up from his chair, right? Oh man, let me see. Let me go back. I think I did pause the little chill music I had. Uh, Man, he got up from his chair. It's still with a third voice too. He said, "The queen didn't name you Han. Why should your voice be louder than ours?" So basically, just telling her, hey, that the words of the queen and the king consort, is what we should be listening to. And he started going on, blah blah, and then Corlys stepped in. Shit, on some masculine shit, just stepped in the council. Damn it, came up out of nowhere, surprised him. He shut up the council, surprised him. He said, "What has come of this council?" Humbling everyone, all the members. So yeah, the next thing we have Kristen. He calls the man of House Darkland to bend the knee to Aegon after cutting off the Lord Darkland's head. So so now his numbers are boosted. So yeah, his numbers is boosted. Yep. So the bend the knee to King Aegon. Those who refuse shall be put to death. So yeah. So yeah, next thing, Aegon rages on with his council about Daemon taking over Harrenhal. But Lord Larys tells him the Harrenhal will drive Daemon into madness, and which it damn near, which it is now damn near, but it's you know it's not there to that point that he hoped. But yeah, but it will drive your typical person insane. And that's due to because the castle was cursed ages ago. So yeah. So yeah, Aemon interrupts telling Aegon. Aemon comes in, interrupts everybody, telling Aegon that they should fly. No, that they should hold off on taking over Harrenhal and focus on taking smaller targets like Rook's Rest, like the Rook's Rest Castle. But Aegon, he don't want to listen. He refuses. So he refuses at first, but he ends up leaning into his brother's plan. So he ends up agreeing. Next thing we have Lord Larys. He meets up with Alicent to check on her because she was missing from the council. And she lied to him, of course. You know what I mean? But so while she's been absent, he fears her in on what happened though at the council. So, but excuse me, gentlemen. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. I will be back. I'll be back through. So hold on, pause while I take a quick restroom break. I'll be right back. All right, thank you. We are back. We are back. Thank you for your patience. All right, now. Ooh. So yeah, where are we on here? Oh yeah. Yeah, about Lord Larys, yeah. He tells Alicent, that he noticed that she hasn't been herself and all that shit, which is clear. And she tells him, the significance of Viserys' intentions. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Let me talk about that. Yeah, she tells him, basically, because he asked her like, "Hey, um, like you don't basically believe that that he was wrong in his intentions, with because he believes, that sticking to belief that Viserys chose Aegon and not Rhaenyra, and she tells him, well, the significance of Viserys' intentions died with him. And I'm like, oh man, so this chick wants war. Okay. So that's how it is. So damn. She said the war would be fought and many people would die and the winner would get the throne, of course. So I'm like, damn. All right, then let's go. Yeah, next scene, we got Daemon waking up into another vision where he thought he saw Aemon. So Daemon follows this little vision, that he believes is Aemon he's following. But when he gets to where the vision, or this ghost or whatever, disappeared to, he came to the room of the witch. She tells Daemon, which her name is Alice. Her name is Alice, so she tells him, that she took over, as Maester because the last Maester fled. But whatever. Yeah, and she also tells him that she knows he's been having trouble sleeping. Like that's been a typical thing, is known to happen, with people that visit their Harrenhal. And also, it could be because she is a witch and is in connection with the mystical spiritual realm of there. Okay, and can be able to see and if what's going on basically in the astral world. So yeah, Daemon asked her, he's like, how do you know about my about me having trouble sleeping? Yeah, she tells him that the castle of Harrenhal has been cursed since the first stone was laid. I'm like, damn. I'm like, I don't know. I was like, wow, it's kind of interesting, the origin of that. Oh, okay. She said, yeah, the Castle Harrenhal was cursed since the first stone was laid. Yeah, she said the Black Heron felled the grove of trees that grew on these lands. Heart trees, as they call them, imbued with the spirits of those who lived long before he came. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah. No matter how many Scooby snacks, nigga, I ain't going around that motherfucker. Nope. Because, boy, those like vivid dreams / visions that he was having, dude. Like, what the hell? Like, no. That shit was eerie as hell. And she tells him the bed. She tells him though that the bed that he sleeps in is made of that same heart of the same heart tree. So I'm thinking it's a heart tree. Yeah, that big ass tree is a heart tree. Okay. Yeah, but she revealed to Damon, that she knows, that he fought with Rhaenyra before coming to Harrenhal. That he didn't send any ravens to Rhaenyra in Dragonstone, basically to let her know of his progress and everything. I'm like, damn bitch, I'm like looking at him like, how you know that? I'm like, it's rude. It's clear you're a witch. Because that scene, she's over there brewing. She was brewing shit too. Like, yeah. I'm like, oh no. Yeah. Can't fuck with. Mm-hmm. So yeah. But she also, tells him, reveals that he knows he's looking to take the throne. Alice gave him a cup of some kind of potion or whatever, that's supposed to help him, sleep, through arrow, I guess, or whatever the hell reason. Or maybe for him to not be so affected by the castle, who knows? But but then again, but Damon, he ends up, after taking the potion, he ends up waking up, and coming to the council table to be sitting right by Sir Simon, and he's looking all bewildered and shit, like, what the hell's going on? Yeah, as anybody in their right mind would be, but boy, man. But this going along is showing that basically that the witch, through the powers of her and her connection to Harrenhal, is sort of teaching Damon a lesson, because this is happening to him. These visions and dreams are happening to him because of his wicked nature, his defiant nature, and him going against, I'll say, the law of causality to their spiritual world. So, and I'm getting into my beginning stages of learning that too as well, from another tale, which is called the anime called Berserk, which they deal heavily talking about the law of causality in there. So I'm thinking that's the same with this case, because of Damon. Because yes, she I'm like, man, how do you know all that shit? Yeah, but yeah, he wakes up there, waking up Damon. Also sees Sir William Blackwood of House Blackwood sitting next to him. His lord bent the knee to King Viserys. So, he came basically, he wants to acknowledge his pledge, to Rhaenyra as the rightful heir. But while talking, I thought this is weird too. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, I can't do it, man. Lord, I would not be able to stand it to be in that castle for one more minute. Like, man, like just waking up from that vision / dream, waking up to being at a council table next to the one who was lord of the castle, Sir Simon and Sir William, and then ends up seeing his dead, his dead ex-wife. his late ex-wife. You know, just walking through with the cup, you know, pouring as the cupbearer does, you know, for those at the council, you know, at the council table, the war council. You know, goes through pouring everybody, you know, some cup, you know, some kind of rum or whatever. And then he sees her. He's like, what the hell? And I was just, yeah. You know, it wasn't for that long. It was for a moment. But he snaps out of it though when William, you know, got his attention. You know, he telling him that if he and his dragon bring the Queen's justice, as he said it, to the House Bracken, because like I said, they had a big long feud, so they don't like each other in these two houses. So he says he'll give him his army if he does. So yeah, and it's agreed. You know, he agrees. Okay. So he agrees to do something about it. So then next thing, you know, we have the council. You know, stated okay what's been going on. They tell him, you know, what's been going on with Kristen. Then the dragon's running low on food. Then the blockade, you know, which is slowing down resources. So Aegon feeling annoyed, thinking no one cares for his thoughts, you know, at the council. He left after telling them they all bore him to death. I'm like, dude, they all bore him because he wants to be all about action with no plan, not even thinking, with no strategy whatsoever. Where instead he should be there just absorbing, you know, the knowledge of what these guys are talking about and basically learn strategy and tactics. Like, this is his hands-on experience of it. So yeah, Aegon walks into his study and finds his Queen Mother Alicent, you know, looking for his father's old books, which has centuries of knowledge, she says. So, and Aegon tells his mother, who at first, you know, she thought he destroyed him, but he said he didn't burn him, he just removed him. But after crying to his mother, man, about about the council and everything, about basically wanting to go out there and just start burning shit. So yeah, he complains up to her about how the council ain't, you know, listen to him and all that shit. But Alicent tells him, she's like, they don't want to listen to, they're not concerned for my thoughts. And she's like, well, what thoughts do you have? She she tells him the sacrifices were made to put him on the throne, and that he should shut up and basically and do nothing and just soak up of knowledge. Yep, just basically what I said, you know, and that's true. Kristen and Kristen and Gwen and her company make their way to Rook's Rest by day, even though Gwen tells them that they should stay and get ready to lay siege at nightfall. Rhaenyra comes in on the council, surprising everyone with her unexpected entrance. They brief her in on Kristen's march to Rook's Rest. Rhaenyra tells them that she's been at King's Landing trying to make peace with Alicent, and that kind of gave them a shock, and they was kind of upset and pissed, that she chose to risk her life like that. Which hey, they can't blame the council for that, but hey. But that was also a conversation that we can also say as the audience that that's a conversation that needed to be had. So for clarity on both sides, for Rhaenyra and Alicent. So yeah, so they're pissed, and Jace, he kind of calls himself scolding her, like getting on his mother there about about being reckless. I'm like, oh boy, look at him. Yeah, he gets on her about her accent. So yeah. So she was about to go to Rook's Rest for a dragon. But the council, and Jason, they argued against it. So but guess who chose to go? Princess Rhaenys. Another thing I noticed too, though, when she left, it's like, damn, she left them without giving her husband a hug or a kiss. Damn, I'm like, you could have gave your Lord husband a hug or a kiss. That's where I'm like, damn. I do see the quick role reversal though, because I'm like, shit. Just because you were the queen you never was, does that mean that you can go around, and act like to be, that you're in a position like as a man would be in, to go on a war and shit? Because the flip side, right, as it should be in its natural realm, Lord Corlys should have been on a dragon going over there, and how it's written and how it's set up, which is fitting because he is of salt and sea, the sea snake. And she's of blood and fire. So, okay. But I'm like, damn, you could at least gave me your little husband, bitch, a kiss or a hug. Shit. Cause this is crazy, man. This battle in this episode was just, I was like, oh wow, like this was awesome. So it was awesome. It was awesome. A lot of motherfuckers got burnt. A lot of people got burnt. But yeah, but as it's about to begin the Battle of Rook's Rest, Rhaenyra tells Jace the secret, that's been passed down, king to heir for generations. Yeah, the song of ice and fire. Aegon, the conqueror's dream. Rhaenys, fires arrows at Kristen's army in this scene. Noticing Rhaenys and a dragon approaching, Kristen divided his army to keep her busy. So I'm like, I don't know if that'll do any good. But he revealed them, that he had, a plan for a dragon to show him. So, he had artillery and stuff set up, But it was crazy, man. But Aegon, he refused to listen and take heed, still drunk off of his emotions. He shows up in a battle. And in this, man, in short, like, it's crazy because he comes through, boom. He catches up with Rhaenys, her dragon. After her dragon had done a bunch of damage, to their army, to their men. Trying to, she's trying to protect Rhaenys. But, Aegon, his dragon, came and, starts fighting with Rhaenys. And then Aegon, he's pissed, that he showed up, didn't listen. So Aemon, he pissed at Aegon because Aegon didn't listen. So therefore, he shows up and leads me believe, okay, I had a feeling that he was gonna seek to burn both of them, which he does. He sought to burn both of them, and it surprised Aegon. But she manages to escape just in time, just in the nick of time. But Aegon, he ends up, get burnt up half to death and flies down, hits the ground hard with his dragon. And yeah, and so Rhaenys, she I think is somewhat looking for Aegon. I mean, for not Aegon, but yeah, Aemon and his dragon, which he was out of sight. He snatched her dragon, man. He snatched her and her damn dragon out of nowhere. I was like, oh hell no! I was like, damn it, girl. I was like, something was telling me, damn it, if you didn't see nothing, girl, you should fly off. Shit. Hell, you did enough damage there to their army. Shit. Hell, and the usurper king fell too. Shit. There's no reason for her to still linger and, still flying around there and shit. She should, went back damn hell to the, to Rhaenyra, to Dragonstone. But no, but this damn thing just came and just snatched her damn out of nowhere. Snatched her dragon right by the neck. And so she falls down with her dragon. Therefore, the end of Princess Rhaenys, the queen who never was. I was like, wow, man, she knew it was at stake, shit. So, that's probably part of their teachings too, to be prepared to die in battle with their dragon as the dragon riders. So, I'm like, oh man, I know Corliss is gonna be hurt by this boy. Man, I'm like, man, I hope he'll still be able to carry on, man, through you know through this war, man. I hope he can carry on through the rest of this. So, but yeah, so he, yeah, that happened, and I'm just, yeah, like, wow. Yeah. So she fell. Rhaenys is done. Kristen coming up on a burnt Aegon and this dying dragon. Was dragon yet did die? So yeah, he stopped. He sees Aemon about to take out his brother, but he told him to stop. You know, he stopped him from doing that. So yeah, I was like, damn, man. But I showed that Aemon, he was pissed, man. He's pissed with his brother. So, oh man, I'm like that was just so cutthroat, man. So I'm like, yeah, maybe that's also in part retaliation for him, you know, getting back at him for hurting his feelings, embarrassing him at the brothel. And just, yeah. But yeah, but still, that's messed up. So yeah, so now we go into episode 5 now. Episode 5. All right, episode 5. Yes. Oh man. Now, yeah, we'll go through this one. And so 5, but then hit the last 2 on the next stream. So yeah, episode 5 we got starts off with Corliss and Rhaenyra. You know, they're hurt by losing Rhaenys. You know, they was hurt grieving. You know, you can bet the dragons was grieving too as well. So, and yeah, Kristen comes back to King's Landing. Christian comes back to King's Landing though. Yep, all beat up. Cause yeah, he he got rocked during that battle. He sure did he sure did get rocked too, boy, real hard. Hell, man, really, I don't think he even did anything. Not just basically just watched him and his man get burnt by a dragon. uh, yep, let's fix it. Yep, not 4, but change it over to 5. All right. Try to be quicker about these things. So yeah. So yeah, Christian comes back, to King's Landing, riding through the streets with Rhaenys' dragon's head and, and the burnt body of King Aegon. But they were saying that was a bad omen of, so. I don't know. That's a bad omen in relation to their spiritual beliefs in this universe, but so which it could be bad omen. Them, bringing in Dragon Rhaenys, body, or dragon's head through the streets like that. Yeah, they brought Aegon's body to his bed. His mother, was present. She was shocked to see him all wounded like that. But yeah, but she tried to tell him, man, that hey, that you should just shut up and just sit back and just absorb knowledge, and thus get stronger in that, so he can be more more fit king. But no. So she's witnessing the consequences of his foolishness. All right, and yeah, then Aegon came in the king's room and tells her, they won't see his brother. He sees him, but he tells his mother that someone has to rule in his stead. Yeah, Allison went to see Sir Criston, who was sharpening his blade, and of course, he went there asking him about what happened. But this time, he didn't tell her, exactly what happened at all. So he basically kept the truth out the wraps between him and Aegon. I mean, Aemon. I'm sorry, Aemon. But he told her, that he fought valiantly, and she asked him, like, hey, what was Aemon's part of this? What happened to Aegon? Yeah, but like I said, he didn't tell her shit. So next thing, the council is furious over the loss of Rhaenys. And they're telling Rhaenyra, they should attack King's Landing while Vhagar recovers. And I'm looking at that dragon like, damn. Boy, that dragon's huge. Yeah, it looks close about the same as this other dragon, that's that shows up that needs a rider. That's in Dragonstone. That damn thing was huge, I tell you. But Yeah, but the thing is, they on this one, they're kind of right now. At this point in time, yeah, in accordance to the events of what happened, that led to Vagar being wounded. Yeah, I mean, they could, but she still, she refused because she wants to wait on Damon. She wants to gather more men. But the thing is, though, she I don't know. Sir Alfred tells Rhaenyra women have never been savvy when it comes to war and battle strategy, which is true, real. Hey, so he's saying, "Hey, I respect you and all that. What I mean, I respect you, the rightful ruler, but for these vital decisions, when it comes to war and shit and all that, yeah, it's best for the man to rule, for the man to lead." Because a man can rule with that great position of strength and give off the morale that the army would need that the woman cannot give. So yeah, we know that. So yeah, Rhaenyra stated that she will go out and attack King's Landing, while Vagar recovers. But the council rebuked her, of course. Then she shouts out loud, well, what do you want me to do? Then, just shut up and just take heed. And observe and let the man do things. Shit, that's what they want. Next thing we have Jace tells Baela, that he's going to Harrenhal to check Damon. This dude think he's gonna check Damon. What the hell? No, you ain't gonna check Damon. Boy, little boy, sit your ass down. Damon would check your ass for trying to check him. And that's what would happen. So to see if you want to check him to see if he's still loyal to Rhaenyra. But Baela tries to get him to see reason. Telling him the same thing, which is what I thought. Like moments before she even spouted this, I was like, man, yeah, he'll check your ass. And she tells him, like, yeah, you can't tame Damon. Yeah, you trying to check him like as if you're gonna tame him. You can't tame Damon. No. But yeah, this dude, man, he gets on my nerves, man, with this whining, man. Jace, man, he's a whiner, a little of a whiner. Yeah, he whines about not being able to go out to fight, which is the same thing that Rhaenyra is griping about. And the same thing that Aegon was griping about before he ended up getting burned. Which them hell, since they should know of what happened to Aegon. That should have stave off any of that desire that they had of wanting to hurry up and just get out there and fight, because now they should realize, you would think that they will realize that they are the vital players of this war game. That all is lost if they get taken down. So yeah. So he whines, trying to be able to go out to fight. He's going to meet with But he decides that he's going to go meet with the Freys, you know, so he can secure a route for Kragan Stark, who he talked to in the very beginning, in the very first episode. You know, so he wants to establish a route for Craig Stark's Greybeards, you know, which are the men that Kragan promised him that Jace and his mother will receive. So he would go down there, to talk with them. So they can, secure the route so they can come through the Riverlands. Yep, and next scene, Lord Bracken. Oh boy, this was on some gangster stuff right here, y'all. Hey, real talk. Hey, this is on some straight, stoic, masculine shit right here. Yes, sirs. Yes, sirs. When Lord Bracken, oh man, he was faced up against Daemon. Because Daemon was trying to get him, to bid, have his house to bid the knee to him, so he'll have the houses of Blackwood and of Bracken. But Lord Bracken, no. He looked at me, he was like, He's like, oh shit, I better. Hold on, I wonder if I wrote that now. I was like, remember what he said. Yeah, because Daemon's dragon is Caraxes. All right. Yeah, so yeah, he would tell him he refused to bend the knee. He said, yeah, because Daemon was like, hey, well, what do you choose? Daemon tried to call his bluff, Well, he called his bluff, Bracken, because he was bluffing. Well, I would say Daemon was halfway bluffing. Daemon would have burned him, but he thought wise about it and realized that, hey, I'm going to need men. I'm going to need swords, not corpses. So, I give him that, but man, he told him, he was like, he's like, I ain't going to serve a man who's in league with this cunt, Blackwood. Basically, he's told him, he said, F you and your dragon. And turned his back to Daemon and his dragon. And the dragon bent his head down too while Bracken was walking away. Caraxes bent his head down. I was like, I should burn your ass right now for denying my lord. For denying my lord, I should burn your ass. Give me the word, my lord. Give me the word, Lord Daemon. I'll burn this bastard right now. Oh shoot! I was like, boy, that was bold as hell. He walked away, boy. He walked away on his horse, boy, with his chest out, boy, and his chin up. You hear me? He said that, and he told him, "We choose fire." You hear me? That we choose fire. That's what he told him. So, yeah, wow. But yeah, so he lets him go, Yeah. Like I said, he wants swords, not corpses. Well, William, he wanted this. Yeah, he wanted to do damage to him. So he's like, man, you should have burned him, basically. But Daemon influenced him, told him, hey, to get their minds to change, to join his side in somewhat of a dark way. But he allowed him to he allowed William to do it in his own dark way, even though Damon didn't think that he'll go to the extent of what he did. So, but I mean, wicked shit begets wicked, you know. So, yeah, he said find another way to get them to submit. The next thing we have Lady Bayla tries to get Lady Jane Aaron, Rhaenys' cousin. Lady Bayla tries to get, Lady Jane to see the logic in her deal that she made with Rhaenyra, because, like I said, she was displeased. She was so displeased with the gift that Rhaenyra gave her, which is part of her deal. You might as well say, damn it, she gave her a bonus on top of, the deal was made. The deal, and, thus to be there to remind her of her pledge to the, of her house's pledge. And, so she's selfish, man, and just ungrateful and not trying to see reason at all. Like, she's like, I could have a bigger, stronger dragon, something that can really defend for me instead of just these little baby dragons. I'm like, come on, man. These baby dragons will you'll be able to tame them more. Like, they'll be able to be more tamed than a dragon is like mid-age and shit. Yeah. So, but she shocks, being upset and everything. I don't know, she kind of sounds a little snobbish and shit, especially as she tells her, with the shocking news of her grandmother's death. She's telling her, like, sorry for your, for the passing of your grandmother. And that shocks I said Bayla. No, this is not Bayla. No, that's Rhaena. Rhaena, this is who I'm talking about. Rhaena. Bayla's as we know, with Rhaenyra. But yeah, this is Rhaena. So yeah, so she shocks Rhaena with the news of her grandmother's passing, and because you can look at her, she was just in shock, man. She was like, oh my god, So she lost her grandmother, and now her attention towards finding the dragon just went amplified, to where she totally lost care of wanting to fulfill the mission that Rhaenyra set out for her to be on, which is to take care of her kids while they go to another location, to another house to be protected. So yeah, we have the next scene. Rhaenyra vents to Mysaria about how the council wants to keep her from the war, and how she believes they talk around her, not to her, and all that stuff. So yeah. So as we see in this, Mysaria is acting as being of a words of comfort for her. Comfort and so she brings herself to remembrance, that the war has always been for men to make. So she says, so she can't fault them. You can't fault them. Yeah. It's how it is. Rhaenyra complains saying, "Oh, if she had been a son, then you know, if I've been a son born with a sword in my hand instead, I was taught how to pour a drink." And I'm like, yes, yes, as it should be. Yes, woman, that's your position. It's not in times of war. It's not being dwelling in times of war. To learn how to pour tea, pour a drink. Shit. So yes, I'm like, yes, I see that, man. Yeah, they put that in there, showing them how the woman will so much want to be like the man and be equal to the man. All that. So no way she sees firsthand M&A that straight up, throughout her experience, she sees this man that that she's not equal. No. So she's just having this regret, of being a woman, and wishing to be being a boy and everything. And then I looked at an interview of the woman that plays Rhaenyra. I forgot her name, forgive me. But yeah, and in this interview um I mean she's talking about like the acceptance of this binary stuff or whatever, and um especially how like basically, that she's basically queer, the LGBT clan. Um so I'm like, okay. I'm like, it's fitting. So that must be reason why fitting as in why, they added that in there as I made that connection with her being, with her being queer to this scene, with her wishing, that she was a boy and all that stuff. That's typical gripe and desire of a lot of studs. So yeah, I'm like, get over yourself and accept of what is. So coming to that acceptance, and I see that right now acceptance is key. This helps me see the man that without acceptance, this helps me to furthermore see that without acceptance of things, making acceptance as your practice, you'll end up driving yourself crazy. Oh Lord, man. Which is, well, it's nothing new for me, this being exposed or knowing that. Like, yeah, it's been going on for a minute before me, so this is just another reminder. uh, what's been going on. So yeah, so I'm sorry, she tells Rhaenyra what Kristen did by dragging the dragon's head through the streets, telling her that it was a mistake and that that it created a bad omen. So to help strengthen her resolve, somebody could tell me about this omen shit, about it being a bad omen of them dragging his head through the street, and possibly Rhaenyra's body. Tell me, how is that a bad omen? But yeah, that's my question onto the audience and to whoever hears. Yes, thank you. So Yeah, so to help strengthen her resolve, Masaria tells her that the people in King's Landing are starving, and that she can rely on others to help her, to help win the people over to her side. Basically saying, hey, that because of the blockade that we have created, basically, you know, to help us, Shinami, to win the war against, the high towers by starving, by having minimum to no resources go through for them, so they can be in that starving position. Therefore, we can use that and capitalize on that, on the hearts of the people, by thus then sending them food, that which in turn that will, yeah, so for the purpose of, so that will win them to our side, by them seeing that this food will be coming from the banner of Rhaenyra. So I'm like, oh shit, okay, so let's go. All right, let's go. Let's get it in. I want to change back to my original chill beat. All right. Yeah, so she said, boom, by using that back, as a way of uh, winning the people to your side, which is gonna help her in this, you know, in this war. But Masari also tells her, before it goes into the next scene, that there are many ways to fight a war. She said, there are many ways to fight a war, my queen. Which she's right. So she's brought in there, let's see, to be like a great anchor for Rhaenyra, to help her see things clearly and more objectively. And as they have shown, to show her be more objective thinking than her own counsel. No, counsel, I had it right the first. So yeah. So Rhaenyra, takes Masari advice and sends an handmaid, to go to King's Landing to help turn the people to her side. Rhaenyra, she gives Baela a small box, to give to her grandsire, Corlys. I'm like, I wonder what's in the box. She gives her that, as she, tries to, to give her some, I don't say some counsel, but comfort, some words of comfort. As she grieves, her grandmother's passing. But recognizing too of it being so hard to grieve because of the heavy thoughts of war being on the forefronts of their mind, as it should be. Even though how difficult, it may be, but they still, should put their focus on that, on how to win the war and grieve later. So yeah, so I was like, I wonder what's in that box she gave her. So yeah, but yeah, so next thing Damon walks up. Oh no, he wakes up from a crazy vision to him being at the table with Sir Simon Strong. and others eating dinner. He's looking at him all crazy, bewildered as hell. He's like, "What the hell?" like the what the like the what the f kind of look. Simon tells Damon that Lord Larry Strong move all the money of his family's wealth to King's Landing. Because this is brought up because they had to talk about reconstructing, the castle and everything. And Sir Simon was telling him, hey, Lord Larys, who's with Aegon, on their side, moved all the money to a whole other location. So they basically are bankrupt, barely surviving. So yes, definitely Damon chose to get the money, in his own way, to do what he got to do to help get the castle repaired and get the supplies they need. Next thing, Grand Maester tells Alice and Aegon fate is in the hands of the gods because, man, that dude is the. Woo. Yeah. Boy, I was like, man, if he pulled through from this, man, oh man, he didn't get the Two-Face treatment, man, by the dragon, man. Your own brother gave you the Two-Face treatment. I'm like, ain't that a bitch? I'm like, I'll be down. So, okay, let me turn that damn alarm sound thing off. We'll finally turn it down at least. The alarm to the house every time when the door opens, and say, hey, such door opening. Yeah. So, anyway, I don't want that to interfere into the mic. Just access noise, stuff like the extra noise can be annoying when you're the listener. So I totally understand. So therefore, I try to respect that. I try to respect you guys in regards to that. So thank you, brothers. I appreciate you. All right. So yeah, thank you guys for bearing with me. So he chose to get the money. Yeah. So Grand Maester. Yeah, he's in the hands of God. So yeah, he's messed up, dude. That dude is messed up, man. And pulling off like dead bird skin and trying to replace it with some other kind of skin. Boy, that was yeah. Some others though that probably made some of y'all hard to digest your food if you was eating. I continue on eating my cereal. Oh man. So the council decides to name Aegon regent to rule until the king awakes. Which what we could say, hey, he thought of that, he knew of that coming when he decided to do what he did, or that wasn't his plan to do sometime in the, near future, if they was to win the war. So yeah, but Allison, she protested. His mother, she protested. She's like saying, no, they should have her rule because he's not experienced and that she's ruled for a time before. During while Viserys was ill. Yeah, as we all know and remember. But the council, they decided for Aemon because, they need, like I said, a man to rule during a time of war. And she just cannot accept that. Allison cannot accept that in time of war, man and the kingdom need this. As I play this here, this is what man and the kingdom would need in time of war. The words of a man, not a woman.
K 十分だ待たせたな貴様らだがその沈黙も全て今この時のためと知れ
モーブです。最後の5戦を率いて正面より向かってきます。
もしその5戦でこの官名本陣1万を破る武の保証があるのなら巨峰大騎兵団5戦を出せ向こうも騎馬隊よ全員モーブ様並みの巨体だとモーブよこの策は後戻りが効かぬ4万全軍を使い切って何が何でもこの一撃で観念
That's why. That's why. So yeah, so so yeah, hopefully, yeah, y'all got that. But yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna end it right here, guys. Make this mark, not to be that long. So yeah, so I see them. I have to do another part 3, leaving off at episode 5, and we're right in the middle. So I have it marked off where we left off, and yes, and we shall, yeah, we shall continue this, man, because I'm hyped, man. Oh man, yes. So we are at where Allison, she protested against, them making Aemon, uh, as the one to rule instead of Aegon. So yeah, so we definitely, yes, sir. We're gonna get back to it from that point. So yeah, so I want to thank you, my brother. So for the sake of time, and yeah, I know YouTube boy can keep you on there, man, to where you just yeah, you won't even need cable because YouTube. Yeah, so and there's other channels and everything else going on where people are going live, and for however length of time. So yeah, I don't want to make mine's too long. So like yeah, past 3 hours and all that. Yeah, so no, so I wanted to make it right here. So yeah, so I appreciate it, brothers. Thank y'all. This your guy Ray Hama, one versus a million. I'm out. Peace. Oh. Oh yes, and shout out to those to the replay gang, and shout out to those who have came through the chat. Appreciate you, brothers. Thank you, GC. Thank you, Artisan MC, and thank you, Shadow Star Games. Appreciate y'all, brothers. Thank you for showing up at the times of the time that you can give. So I appreciate it. Thank you, brothers. All right, this is Ray Hama, One versus a Million. And yes, and please don't forget if you guys can donate to the fund for the new car starter fund, uh, which is going to be for like around $150. I'm marking it at 150 so I can um, pay for the labor and yeah, so and as well as for the part. So uh, so yeah, so if you guys can appreciate it, hit up the cash up on that tip. This you got Ray Hama. I'm out. Peace. Thank you. We'll be ready for part 3. Get ready.